Hello, welcome to my Easy Statistics. In this video, we are going to discuss the pros and cons of PLS-SEM and covariance-based SEM. PLS-SEM is a flexible and popular alternative to covariance-based SEM. It can handle challenges like small sample and non-normal data. However, it has its own limitations and should not be used as a complete replacement for covariance-based SEM. Now we will discuss the difference between the PLS-SEM and covariance-based SEM aspect wise. First we will take model fit assessment. For PLS-SEM, model fit assessment does not calculate model fit statistics. For covariance-based SEM, it provides fit statistics. Okay, let's say you are interested in relationship between two constructs, self-esteem and academic achievement. You collected data for a sample of students and used PLS-SEM to analyze the data. However, PLS-SEM does not calculate the model fit statistics, so you cannot be sure how well the model fits the data. For covariance-based SEM, in contrast, covariance-based SEM does calculate model fit statistics. So, if you were to use covariance-based SEM to analyze the same data, you can be able to see how well the model fits the data by looking at the model fit statistics. Second aspect is research approach. PLS-SEM has exploratory research. Covariance-based SEM has confirmatory research. So PLS-SEM is often used for exploratory research. This means that it can be used to test new hypotheses or to explore the relationship between different constructs. For example, you would use PLS-SEM to explore the relationship between self-esteem and academic achievement in a sample of students. Whereas covariance-based SEM is more confirmatory. This means that it can be used to test hypotheses that have been developed based on theory. For example, you would use covariance-based to test the hypothesis that self-esteem is positively related to academic achievement in a sample of students. The third aspect is indicator weights. PLS-SEM, we have adjustable indicator weights. For covariance-based SEM, fixed indicator weights. PLS-SEM allows researchers to adjust indicator weights to increase construct reliability. This means that you can decide which indicators are more important for measuring a construct and give them more weights in the analysis. For example, you would decide that the two most important indicators of self-esteem are self-confidence and self-worth. So we'd give them these two indicators more weight in the analysis than the other indicators of self-esteem. Coming to covariance-based SEM uses fixed indicator weights. This means that the weights of the indicators are not adjustable. You cannot decide which indicator are more important for measuring a construct and give them more weights in the analysis. So indicator weights can be adjusted for PLS-SEM. Coming to covariance-based SEM, it is fixed, so you cannot decide the priority at all. Before discussing the other aspects, let me share an important information with you. Do you want to learn how to use SEM to analyze your data and draw meaningful conclusion? If so, then this online course is for you. This course will teach you the fundamentals of SEM and how to use the AMO software to conduct advanced analysis. Please enroll today and start mastering SEM. The link of the course is given in the description. Please check. Now coming to the fourth aspect, sample size consideration. PLS-SEM, small samples claim to work well. For covariance-based SEM requires larger samples. So PLS-SEM claim to work well with small samples. This means that you can use PLS-SEM to analyze data from a small sample of participants. However, it is important to note that the sample size should be still large enough to provide enough power to detect the effect you are interested in. So even PLS-SEM takes small sample. It is very important to consider the sample size basing on the model. If the model is complicated, you need to increase the size. You cannot say that small sample always works for PLS-SEM. Coming to covariance-based SEM, require large samples for accurate estimate. This means that you need to have a large sample. In order to use covariance-based SEM, the exact sample size requirement will depend on the complexity of the model you are testing. Coming to the fifth aspect, handling non-normal data. PLS-SEM is considered robust in handling non-normal data. This means that you can use PLS-SEM to analyze data that is not normally distributed. Covariance-based SEM also have methods to handle non-normal data. However, it is important to note that covariance-based SEM may be less accurate when the data is not normally distributed. Coming to the last aspect, estimation consistency. PLS-SEM has found to produce inconsistent and biased estimations. It means that the results of the PLS-SEM may not be accurate. This is very important point to understand. PLS-SEM results may not be accurate. Coming to covariance-based SEM. Covariance-based SEM may also have bias, but issues vary depending on the specific model on the data. So these are the important aspects which we can differentiate between PLS-SEM and covariance-based SEM. Basing on your research, basing on your model, you decide which is the best one. Always don't think that PLS-SEM is only the best alternative for covariance-based SEM. I hope this video will be useful for your research. Thank you.